Hey guys, if you do not have your materials, pause this video right now and grab your materials. So today's mini lesson, we were just talking about how essentially we were doing the exact same thing that we did the day before. However, now instead of dividing 2-digit by 1-digit numbers, now we are moving on into 3-digit by 1-digit numbers. So our first example that we have is 851 divided by 4. So on your paper or your marker board, go ahead and write down our problem, 851 divided by 4. Now our steps are the exact same steps: divide, multiply, subtract, bring it on down, and repeat or remainder. So what we have here is, remember, we're only looking at one digit at a time, and we're always dividing by 4, our divisor. So as I solve this problem, you also need to be writing down the steps as we go. So our first step is we're looking at the digit 8 and we're ignoring the 5 and the 1, and we're asking ourselves, 4 times what gets us as close to 8 without going over? We're dividing 8 divided by 4. So 4 times 1 equals 4, and 4 times 2 equals 8. Well, how about that? So let's write our 2. So 4 times 2, the what goes up top. 4 times 2 equals 8. So now we multiply. 2 times 4 equals 8. So now we're going to write that 8 down below. Next step is we are subtracting. Make sure you're writing this down as we go. Now we subtract. 8 minus 8 is 0. And now we bring down only one digit at a time. We're ignoring that 1. Now we're only bringing down the 5. So we are bringing down our 5. And then we are repeating or remaindering. Now, we know that we are for sure not going to be having 5 as our remainder because this number down here is bigger than our divisor. Another way we know that we're not done with our problem is we still have numbers that we need to bring down now. So now we're dividing. 5 divided by 4. So 4 times what gets us as close to 5 as possible without going over? The answer to that is 1. So now we multiply. 1 times 4 equals 4. Now we subtract. 5 minus 4 is 1. Make sure you're writing this down. Now we bring it on down. So now we're bringing down our last digit. Bring it on down. So we have a 1 here. So we still know that we're not done because this number is bigger than our divisor. So now we repeat. 4 times what gets us as close to 11 as possible. We're always looking at what we have left over here. 4 times 1 equals 4. 4 times 2 equals 8. 4 times 3 equals 12. Well, 12 is bigger than 11, so we got to go back down. 4 times 2. So we write our 2 up top. Now we multiply. 2 times 4 equals 8. Make sure we're lining up our place values. And now we subtract. 11 minus 8. I mean, I could regroup, sure. Turn that into a 0. Turn that into 11, but isn't that the same thing as 11 minus 8? Let's shorten our steps. So 11 minus 8 is 3. So now the number left over, is it smaller than our divisor? Yep. And if it's smaller than our divisor and we have nothing else to bring down, then we know that this is a remainder. Now, if we ended up with a number that was larger than our divisor and we had nothing left to bring down, then that means that we probably made a mistake and we need to erase and begin again. So our answer is 212, remainder 3. Great job. All right, let's look at our last example. We have 582 divided by 7. Write this problem on your board and go ahead and solve. Pause this video right now and solve. All right, so now that you have solved our problem, you may have ran into a tricky step at first. So let's look here. 5 times, or dividing 5 divided by 7, right? So 7 times what gets us as close to 5 as possible? Does 7 times 1 get us as close as possible? No, because 7 times 1 is 7, and that's more than 5. So guys, what is it? It's 0, right? So 0 times 7 equals 0. Now we subtract. 5 minus 0 is 5. Now we bring it on down. We're bringing down one digit at a time. So now we bring down our 8. So now we ask ourselves, 58 divided by 7 is what? Or 7 times what gets us as close to 58 as possible without going over? The answer to that is 8. 8 times 7. Now we're multiplying. 8 times 7 equals 56. Now we subtract. 58 minus 56 equals 2. Now we bring it on down. We're bringing down our 2. All right, now we are repeating because this number is bigger than our divisor. So 22 divided by 7. So 7 times what? This is going to be our what, gets us as close to 22 as possible without going over. The answer to that is 3. 3 times 7, now we're multiplying, equals 21. We write it down below and subtract. 2 minus 1 equals 1. This number is smaller than our divisor, so now we have a remainder of 1. All right, so our answer, our quotient to 582 divided by 7 is 83, remainder 1. Good luck on your exit ticket. Take your time.